Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome to Board Games, Bricks, and Hobbies. It's October, and where I live, that means the leaves are starting to fall, and people are dressing up in costumes. So I thought I'd go ahead and do my top 5 Halloween-themed games, or top 5 scary games, or spooky games, or whatever I end up calling this list. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so for starters, I want to say that these 5 games will be from my collection, which means if you're wondering, hey, why isn't this game on here? Or hey, I think this game would be a better fit. Well, I probably don't own it. So because of that, I'm happy to hear your suggestions in the comments. Go ahead and let me know what your top 5 spooky games from your collection are. All right. So with that, I want to go into an honorable mention of sorts, and that is Betrayal at House on the Hill. Now, I no longer own this game. If you check out my previously owned videos, you can find out some more information about why I didn't like it enough to keep it around. But that's kind of an honorable mention. Definitely fits the scary theme. You're going around a haunted mansion of sorts, but it's not one that I particularly care for. So since it's not in the collection, it's not going to be in this top 5. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at number 5. All right, so my number 5 game is King of New York. Now, this one is definitely the less thematically connected to this list, hence why it's number 5. I'm not putting these in order of how much I like the game. I'm just putting them in the order that I think best fit the theme of Halloween and kind of scary things like that. So King of New York is a game where you get to be a giant monster and you get to smash things in New York. It's a really fun game. Go check out my video where I take a quick look at it. It's really great. There's also a King of Tokyo version, and that version actually has an expansion called Halloween. So it actually has a Halloween expansion where you have costumes and you can dress up your characters. So it kind of fits that theme of just like costumes and monsters. I do wish the Halloween expansion was compatible with King of New York. Unfortunately, it's not. But that's King of New York sitting at number 5 on this list. All right, so what's in the number 4 spot? Well, it's a game I just talked about the other week, Villainous. Now, this game fits the theme because obviously it's themed around villains and basically every evil, bad person in the Disney cinematic universe. Is that a thing? Anyway, if it isn't, I'm sure it will be at some point. But it focuses on the villains. You get to be a villain and just kind of manipulate your own plot and realm and try and complete your objective. As I mentioned in my quick look of it, it's not really my favorite game, but I like it enough to just kind of keep it around. But it's kind of a niche game. But the theme is great, and it kind of fits that. Again, the costumes and the scary and the evil and all of that. So that's why it's in the number 4 spot. With that, let's go ahead and look at number 3. All right, so number 3 is Friday the 13th. And no, not that Friday the 13th, this Friday the 13th. This game is adorable. It's made by Yellow, at least my version is. And not only is the artwork adorable, but the game is a fun little, not necessarily trick-taking, I guess it's trick-taking, but essentially you are playing cards down and trying to get the least amount of bad luck. But you can also kind of shoot for the moon and try and get the most bad luck, and then it zeroes out. So it's a fun little quick card game. I believe it was also released in a donut version, or called Baker's Dozen. But I definitely prefer this theme. So it's just kind of fun, silly little card game, and I enjoy it. And I think it fits the theme of kind of just bad luck and Friday the 13th and all of that, but in a more fun, humorous manner. So that's Friday the 13th sitting at number 3. Let's go ahead and look at what's next. Alright, so next on the list we have City of Horror. And this game is amazing. It's one of my favorite kind of negotiation multiplayer games. It's cutthroat, and I'll actually be doing a quick look at this game in the next week here. So stay tuned to the channel if that's something you want to check out. But yes, it has a zombie theme. Yes, it's played out, but it's still a fantastic game. And I go over that in the video, which again will be out shortly. You're basically just a bunch of survivors trying to get out of the city alive. You're collecting vaccines. You're trying to get supplies so that your survivors can make it to the helicopter, while at the same time throwing your frenemies out to the zombies. It's a really great negotiation game, and I really like it. There's a prequel to this of sorts called Mall of Horror. A lot of people enjoy that one because of the simplicity, but I actually like all the things that this one adds. In my opinion, it adds more strategy and just more ways to negotiate and more things like that. So I really like this game, and it definitely fits the theme here. Again, even if zombies are slightly overused, I still think it's a great game. So that's City of Horror. Alright, so we've reached number 1, and once again, the order for these is based off of theme, not necessarily how much I like the game. So the number 1 game is the one that I feel best fits the theme of Halloween. And again, if you don't see a game on here, it's most likely because I do not own it. So go ahead and leave a comment with the top 5 games from your collection that you think fit this theme. So with that, let's go ahead and get into, hey, is that a mouse? What is that? Hang on, something's going on. Okay, good news, it wasn't a mouse or anything, it was just next door. Apparently there's some sort of experiment going on and something in the lab blew up, and I don't really know, it's the neighbors. Anyway, so as I was saying, oh, what the? No, get back! Stop! Stop! Hey, is this thing on? Okay. So, I don't know how much time I have, but, oh, my arm just really hurts. So my number 1 game is Last Night on Earth, the zombie game. This is actually one of the first zombie games that I played. And yes, it's outplayed, but the theme is fantastic. This game has everything. It's got zombies, it's got cards that turn your heroes into zombies. The way it works is one person plays a zombie horde and everyone else works together against them. It's definitely a little dated by today's standards. I think if this were made today, some things could be streamlined, but it's definitely a good, solid game. If you're into that, it's got a lot of luck in the card draws, a bit of luck with the die rolls. Granted, there are ways to mitigate that, but it's pretty much kind of a Ameritrash game, as some would say, but I love it to death. And I definitely have a bit of nostalgia towards this game, but it's definitely a good one. And this game even comes with a soundtrack, for crying out loud. A soundtrack with kind of zombie ambiance music, and it's just ridiculous, and I love it. So that's Last Night on Earth, my number 1 game on this top 5 here. So let me know what games you